So it is that time of the year when we start doing our refresh on the race cars and get our look ready for the year. I'm usually used to preparing for an FD season. That's kind of just what I've known with my experience in kind of doing the car wrap, Dan suits, all of that. So as you guys know, this year we are not doing Formula Drift. It's been a little just like a shift, so a little challenging for me to kind of figure out the direction I want to go with things, just because it is a little different. Trying to explain like why I was kind of stumped for a little bit. I guess I wanted the car to be like fun enough for this year for the type of events that we're going to, and kind of like also capitalize on just like RAD DAN and kind of a little bit of the independence this year. But I didn't want to get too carried away with it, so we can still market ourselves for next year and really showcase the car, the program, for that professional level. So I had to kind of figure out a happy medium, and of course something looks so simple once you get to that point, but a lot took place in the process of that. I was coming up with like really wild ideas. I think I had like a whole crankshaft or something like that on the car at one point, thinking like, well, we can promote the parts that we offer on our website. Then another thing, I thought about doing like a neutral color with all fluorescents because that's what I like, but it just looked too far from what we were. So anyway, I went through a couple different revisions. Once I saw it, it clicked, that was it, and everything fell into place. And that's kind of what I kind of search for in the process of it. Like in the past when I would brainstorm different ideas, we'll kind of plug in here the previous car liveries for you guys to kind of see that, a little recap of it. So in the past, I would have like different concepts, and I feel like I was just searching for something that really was just Dan and kind of some simplicity to that. And it was interesting because it almost originated back to when he was first drifting in his RX-7 in his Pro-Am series. So I didn't even intend to do that. It's kind of cool. When you see things like that align, it's very satisfying from a design standpoint. With that, this year, I'll probably do just like a simple time lapse of some wrapping of the car, but it is going to be much different from some of my previous livery designs where I worked on like with layers and had kind of different shapes and things going on. I'm not doing that this year. It's not that I like don't care as much or anything. Again, like I had to figure out exactly what was appropriate for this year, and I feel pretty confident. I'm happy with the look that we're gonna have. I'm not really going to have like a full pattern or layers on the car, but I'll time lapse a bit of some of the wrapping that goes into it. So it'll be a little different this year, like a lot of other things. That has been keeping me busy between just like these past few months. Just the livery, Dan's race suit, little things like we get to work with Sparco every year. They're so much fun. They're so supportive of like the different things that I've wanted to do on Dan's suits in the past. Even this year, they were just like, yep, you know what, let's go for just like a kind of generic RAD Industries suit without primary like title sponsor or anything like that, so that we could have that at any point. That came together, same thing. I was like, oh, a whole like RAD suit, like maybe I can do all these fun things with it. And then I just wanted to figure out what would make the most sense, just like marketing wise, and what would be appropriate for Dan. You know, I didn't want it to be too far from kind of what he's comfortable in and what we've come up with over the years. So livery, race suit, we're doing even like a couple different things. This is just stuff on the background. I don't know, you guys might not think of. Like this year in his race suit, I'm not actually having the sleeves embroidered. I'm working with Hot Shop Designs, which is where we had our old, like our previous cruise shirts and stuff done. I'm working with them to have patches so that we can kind of like change sizes or change positions with our sponsors on his suit over time, things like that. So it's been different. It's new. I guess every year brings different challenges. This was something that I had to figure out, and I think part of designing is a lot of problem solving. So I had my dose of that these last few months. So we got livery, race suit. Dan's been in contact with PBK Creation for updating his helmet. And then I also have, first of all, we'll do one thing at a time. I'll show you in a minute the other thing I was going to talk to you about. But Here is the car. I got Dan to like kind of strip it down over the last few days as far as taking off like body panels that would allow me to access, like here when I wrap the A-pillar, sometimes like the plastics or rubber need to come off so that we can remove all of that. It didn't take much. Over the years, I've never actually had to unwrap the car. The guys were always really helpful with that when we had our team in-house back in California. But this year I did that and it wasn't a big deal. But I've just never really had to prep the car like that before. It was a different step than I'm used to, and I'm so glad that it's not like as hectic and crazy and demanding, kind of like how things were going in California for us. So it's nice to get to be a part of like every step of this, the little things, I guess. And unwrapping's like kind of satisfying because it's so much quicker than actually wrapping it. I got this all unwrapped last night. Comp Supra, a lot of the body panels on here usually kind of get hand-me-downs to, or become hand-me-downs for the practice Supra, baby blue, which you guys might know it as. So I unwrapped these fenders off of here that will probably get used on here, I think. I'm not sure what Dan's full plan is. Actually, some of these have been taken off because they need to go to paint based on the new design that I have. All of this kind of gets disassembled. I think we are still keeping one of these skirts because they're from SEMA and it's still fresh. We had to like remove the splitter off of the front bumper so that this lip could be unwrapped. So I'm just sharing this stuff with you guys so you can kind of see the process of what takes place and I guess how things kind of get balanced between the cars. I don't think that I'm going to do a matching livery on the practice Supra this year. It looks cool as it is, and I think the fact that it's like a nice dark neutral makes it work. I'm really trying to like focus our efforts on preparing for 2024. We're only a couple months into this year, but really want to stay focused on what we can do to get back to FD in 24. So I'm trying to like be mindful of where I'm putting my time into things, because a year like this, like there's so many possibilities. And I kind of got used to the structure of, you know, being on the timeline of FD and kind of being at rounds and knowing at certain points of the year, like where we should be with things, when we re-up merch, all of that. So all of that has shifted right now. So we got livery, race suit, helmet. I still have to work out some things for merch. I'm figuring that out. It hasn't come to me yet, but on that note, I'm trying to create a more inspirational space for myself. It's something that I kind of learned recently. I don't think I was aware of it at first. I realized that I think I need that. Maybe just like at this point in the business, like things were always going so fast in California. And I feel like now being here and having made these changes, which is all in a much better place for us. Not that it was bad in California, it was just a different time for the business, for our racing, all of that. And now I feel like I actually have the chance to kind of focus a little more on getting back to our brand and what we can do with that. So I want to bring you guys more. I enjoy doing that. For those of you that are new to the channel, that's kind of what drives me with RAD Industries. You know, every once in a while I have people come up and say like, oh Renee, like what do you do besides help Dan? And it's like, I don't just help Dan. This is just as much my business, and that's kind of where my heart is in the branding. It's what I have to offer. End up doing a lot of desk stuff right now for our website. Yeah, I want to kind of like get back to that a little more now that I can. So with that, I also have this room that I think we've brought up to you guys in the past. It kind of got overtaken as storage the last few months, and I just cleared it out again, probably for the third time, just probably over the last 2 weeks or so. I really like this little space. I love that it has a view into the shop. I'm planning on remodeling this whole thing. I want to like clear out the top cabinets so that I can get rid of this ceiling. It obviously needs some like good refreshing and stuff in here. So I want to remove the carpet and see if I can get kind of like that exposed concrete. Yes, I will keep you guys posted on this room. I'm very excited about it. I have high hopes for it and just kind of seeing what I can pull out of that. The next thing I wanted to show you was our awning. We work with DMP awnings. When we first got that trailer and the way we were working with Gear Wrench at that time, branding was kind of the focus. And so we had a full branded awning. So that presented a little bit of a challenge for us this year. So we kind of, again, had to figure out what our plan was this year, where we were gonna be going, what we're trying to set in place for next year, going back into FD. This awning is kind of a big part of that. We broke down and realized that we do need to replace it. This is from DMP. This is just part of the process. I wanted to share with you guys. This is their like hard proof that they shipped out to us, because what we did as a simple just update and something that I think will work with multiple branding and like partners for in the future, I went with a neutral gray that was originally a bright blue. We'll put some pictures in this video just so you guys see. This video's more for the purpose of just kind of showing you behind the scenes of what takes place within our race program and some of the branding and the fun design stuff that I get to be a part of with that. So hopefully you find it interesting. Yeah, so this is a hard proof. I was just mainly concerned about this gray, and I took it outside and like the natural light looked good. We're gonna keep our party in the back, and kind of updated some of the art, the end caps here, which I think is kind of a nice touch. Yeah, that's the latest of kind of what's been taking place over the last, I don't know, a few months or so once we figured out what we're actually doing this year. So it's gonna be a good year. I'm excited to go to Grid Lives. That's something that Dan and I had been wanting to do. Like since the beginning, we just didn't have the means to do that and FD. So we're gonna make that happen this year, and we have some good support from the partners that we are working with that's making it all possible. Next step. Today, I'm kind of excited about it because I think it'll be really satisfying to wrap. I enjoy doing that, and even though it's really hot here in Florida, if you can't tell, it actually makes it very simple to wrap like the large surfaces because of the heat. So sometimes I don't even have to use the heat gun, which is kind of cool. I'm going to start wrapping parts that I know I can. I don't know if I mentioned to you guys, I am going back to like the RAD DAN blue. So with that, we still have blue chrome, and couldn't do all of this without Montroy. They love helping us dress up these Supras, and they always support the different like ideas that we have and that we pass by them. So love working with them. They're a great partner. So thankful that they enjoy just as much as we do kind of seeing how these cars turn out. So I'm gonna get to it. I will time lapse some of what I do today, and then I think this is probably just gonna be like a one video series because again, I'm not like layering design or doing anything that intricate with it, but you guys will see as it comes together. I know you'll like it. All right, see you in a bit.
All right, guys, we got an update. We got Timmy here.
What
Cartoon Custom.
Yes, sir.
He just painted some panels.
Yep.
Lots of panels, and even painted these white skirts over there.
Is this your Toyota black?
Hopefully, yeah.
Yes, it is. Yep. Yep.
So that's Toyota black. The white's just some other white. Oh, it is?
Oh, it's white, yeah.
Oh, we got all Toyota colors. Good.
All OEM stuff.
So now we have what we need to finish assembling the car. Thanks to Timmy. And then
How did you guys connect here?
That's a funny story. Randy.
a guy named Randy.
Randy. The buddy that I
No,
played
the guy that
Xbox
had like a Mustang, I guess.
He had a black
Side
blue
story,
striped
guys.
Mustang.
How did we meet the local
came here to
painter?
Try to get a job.
But check out his, how
Randomly
good he
one day,
did.
He was like, "Yo, RAD DAN's here. I'm gonna go to the shop and try to talk to him." And I was like, "That's really weird."
Super
but go
clean.
for it." And then.
You're like, he's gonna need a lot of body work.
Yeah, well, that's what Randy said, and then.
beautiful. He does solid work. Soon enough, we'll go over to a shop and video when he's doing some other project. Ooh, there's bumpers.
It's like a fairy tale. It's like fake.
Life is fake?
Yeah, life's fake, dude. There's no way.
Sometimes life's fake. Sometimes it's a lot of hard work and sweat and dirty, and then you guys know. Fiberglass dust.
Sucks, dude. These suck.
Oh man, he's mad at us. I gotta go, guys.
Okay guys, so you saw that Timmy and Kyle came from Cartoon Customs today, delivered our fresh body panels. They look so beautiful. I almost don't even want to wrap them, but it's gonna keep the car looking good as Dan's out there battling and having a good time with it on track. Let's see, I think you guys have seen everything up to this point. We've kind of just been waiting on a few things to come together. So I've been setting up some of our sponsor decals, like sizing them and kind of creating my files per color that I need. And then I have been working with GT printing, working on the rear fender blue chrome prints that fade to black that are gonna match our nice black bumper that Timmy and Kyle got set up with. That's the current state of the car. Right now I'm going to do the targa top. I'm really excited because this is gonna be like, not that it's a central point, but it's the first thing that I'm gonna be able to have a visual of all the colors on the car. So I kind of experimented, like tested out a few things. I don't have a printer in house because I wouldn't use it often enough. Wouldn't quite make sense. This is actually just some white vinyl and then my KPMF black on top of it. And I was testing out earlier tri-line tape. I think there's other things that I could use, but it's what I have here. I'm just gonna put that to use. So I laid down my first knifeless tape that I'm gonna lay the white down on, and then you guys will see the time lapse of how the rest of it comes together. Yeah, I'm excited for this part. I don't know, it's a little later in the day. I don't know if I'm gonna get the like highlight or yellow number on there yet, but I set that file up on my computer, measured it out, and yeah, excited to see it on there. Okay, so I got some pretty clean edges here on top. I'm really happy with it. I'm sure there are different ways to do it with knifeless tape, but again, I just kind of worked with what I had. The thickness of the white line that I had here worked out just right with the tri-line knifeless tape that I had. Once again, knifeless tape, pulling through. I love it. Okay, I'm getting excited. I'm gonna go cut the number, Dan's number for the top right now in my favorite color. I love that highlighter yellow. I can't get enough of the fluorescence. And it's kind of cool too. This whole, like, I think I talked about this earlier, I'm not sure. The look that I was going for was, it's a lot more simplified this year, but still is bold enough with the colors and materials that I chose. It kind of clicked and flowed, like I had to go through a lot of different things. I kind of rework things over and over until I know that like, okay, that's it. And then I can fly with it and it just sort of flows from there. This year with this livery, I think it was like the colors were key. Obviously we know that Dan loves blue. We've had the car blue in the past, and then kind of reintroducing that neon yellow here. That was his first livery. We'll go ahead and put a picture of that in here, along with that like battleship gray. So that kind of shows through with his Rays, the 57 CRs. I think they just call it a glossy gray. Yeah, I think like just the color scheme was key for this year, and I just wanted to go for something like clean and simple and still RAD DAN. So I think I've accomplished that. It's always fun to see like my vision come together. Haven't done anything with this room. I'm excited and eager to get to this as well. That's something that I really want to accomplish this year, is setting this up and making it a different space where I can have a view of the shop. Now that it's just Dan and I'm like up front, it's different. I have the dogs with me, got music going, but I think it really helps to be around the cars and kind of be able to look out these two windows here and see the shop. That's kind of why I really like this room here. Stole it from Dan. He's around the cars enough. Anyway, I'm gonna go cut his number right now and then we'll get that applied.
Hey guys, so you've seen Renee getting everything ready for this year, branding, the car wrap, all that type of stuff. Another cool thing that we're excited to announce that's happening this year, it's happening right now, is SunX Tools. Okay, so behind me, a lot of large packaging. Let's open some of this up. Before I open it, actually, all these pallets. SunX Tools makes a lot of shop equipment that, you know, we're still outfitting the shop. We still have another lift coming. We're getting everything figured out here. They make a lot of cool stuff. So they have some power tools, like different air tools. They have, you can see a jack down there, jack stands. They do have toolboxes. Let's just dig in here and let me talk to you guys a little bit more. Let's see if I can get Renee to hold the camera when I open this.
Okay.
Ooh, I found Renee. Let's see what's in this one. So they even have, I forgot about this too, they have bench grinders, drill press. Well, you guys see a jack there? Yeah, look at that. So there's a creeper right here. There's a torque wrench.
Nice.
You can see there's two of the same ones. One's gonna go to the track with me. One will be here at the shop. This is gonna be a lot of work, it looks like. So we're gonna have to get everything situated so I can show you more. Check out this light though. Under hood light. That'll come in handy. It's like LED light bar all the way across. Everyone needs one of those. Never have enough lighting when you're working on your car. Jack stands. These are the tall ones. That comes in handy at the track because you don't have a lift there. And or if you just don't have a lift and you're in your driveway, everyone needs jack stands. Been opening a couple boxes, going through some of the stuff. Here's a really cool one. 1/2-inch impact. It's air power. 750 foot-pounds. This is a quiet one too. 1,100 foot-pounds of removing, 750 going in. Let's check it out. Ooh, it's light too. It's composite. Gotta get this set up. Try this out. Okay guys, check this out. 4-piece seal and O-ring removal tool. I've never even got to even see one, hold one of these, let alone use one. Let's say we're pulling off the oil pump and there's 2 O-rings and you're sitting there with a pick and then kind of hard. I think someone thought about this and designed the right tool because all of these have basically a rounded tip on there. But then if you're able to see without me opening it, it's very thin, like it's almost like a knife. That's cool, I can't wait to use these. So here is a 3-ton jack, I believe. 3-ton jack. Here is a 2-ton jack. I guess it'd be weird to think like the bigger of the two can lift less weight, but let's get into that in a second. This one's steel, this one's bigger, this one's lower profile. For all of us, I don't know if everyone watching, but lots of us watching and myself, we have lower cars and you basically have to have one of these low profile jacks to get under your car. Also, you might have to like stack something on there if it's not like a purpose-built race car or drift car that has a jacking point. But I know I have to take my front bumper off, rear bumper I can get to, but if you're jacking your car up on side of it on the pinch seam, you're probably gonna need to put like a piece of wood under there or like a little block that you use. Let's open the aluminum 3-ton and see what it looks like. Check that out. These are cool. So this one's made of aluminum, this one's steel, this one will go to the track with us. This one's for the shop. All right guys, so you saw the jacks. There's a bunch more cool stuff. I'm excited to share this with you guys in further videos. And throughout the season of where we're racing, we'll kind of show you when we're using the tools on the car. So pumped on this new partnership. Talk to you guys more about it soon.
Hey guys, so it's been probably, I don't know, a little over a week. I've been working on a couple other things in the office. I did manage to do some sponsor decals. I think I showed you guys some of that. But today I'm getting to the side skirts, one of them so far, and just wanted to show you a little bit of my process. I've gotten really comfortable with the material, have never really refined my knife skills, so I rely pretty heavily on knifeless tape. I'll show you guys what I have going on here. The blue chrome is going to carry onto the skirt, and then we painted it white because the lip of the skirt is going to be white, similar to like if you look at the practice car here or the old skirt off of the comp car. I like to accent some colors by making that lip pop there. So that was just painted white because no use in wrapping a skirt and then also wrapping the lip. I haven't actually wrapped a skirt in a couple years. We always went with paint and I would kind of carry the vinyl over to simplify it. So I'm trying to keep it as clean as possible. It is possible to fully wrap it. I'm just not that skilled. So I use the knifeless tape. So you can see I kind of went into that concave area, did the blue. I'm gonna come back over with the blue chrome. Then I'm going to use this knifeless tape to have a clean trim where it seams. This will all be blue chrome. And I'm gonna use knifeless tape down here because once again, if I cut it, it might end up a little straight, but I for sure will go into the paint. So this will help prevent that. That's kind of what we have going on here. I'm really excited to see it all kind of like come together on this side. We'll actually get that carry of the white from the top of the targa down to the skirt. So it's been really distracting. Like I'll walk in and out of the shop here and the car is just like screaming out at you with the blue chrome. I'm really excited to see it like gleaming out in the sunlight. All right, I'm gonna get to it. Okay guys, got the skirt all wrapped. It looks so pretty. I haven't seen this skirt wrapped in chrome completely like that ever. It's kind of nice to see those little parts of the car. Dan has had to spend a lot of time getting everything mounted on the car just right. He had a lot of fun doing that.
Fiberglass fun.
Yes.
But we're close, guys.
Yes. So now we can kind of see it coming together. I love it. I was just adding some of the blue chrome accents in the front of the bumper. I just have the center to do. Yeah, that part always looks really cool in the right sunlight. It'll reflect onto the intercooler. It's kind of nice. Anyway, till next time. That's the latest on the car. Hey guys, so it's been a little over a week and I was just waiting on prints to come for the rear fenders. Got that in. I'm gonna open that up right now, start laying that up. We'll see if I can knock out 2 rears today, but I don't know. I might just do 1 at a time. So my hands I can still feel them tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. But latest update, I got news that our awning, our new like replaced prints for the awning, the structure stays the same. That will be shipping out to us this Friday, so that's awesome. I got confirmation that Dan's race suit will be shipping from Italy in Sparco the following week. So everything's on track, things are moving right along. That's all I got for you right now, but we're gonna see the car come together in the next day or 2. Woo! Okay. Opened up the print, it's beautiful. I want to kind of explain to you guys a little bit about what's going on here. This is similar to the front fender of 2022, so you guys might recognize it a little bit. So I have a black gradient to match the black paint on the car. You're seeing a full roll of the Avery blue chrome. Thanks to Montroy, they make that possible for us. So this black is going to butt up against the painted rear bumper. So we have a black gradient that is printed onto the blue chrome, and then it exposes to the raw blue chrome. We also put a gloss laminate on here so that we can still get the richness of the black as much as possible. So you kind of see some marks in this. Once you heat that up or even put the car out in the sun, it clears up. It's really cool. It's like magic. This is really beautiful. George, GT Printing, he made this possible, made sure that there's no banding. This is why it's very important to work with good printers, and I think they really have to know what they're doing in order to even print on chrome like this. So people have always asked about like what it's like to work with chrome, and I think I kind of just dove into it, so it's what I know. The material is thick, and now it's even thicker because we've got ink and laminate on it. But I've worked with that before on the front fender, which has probably the deepest curve of the car. Should be okay getting this on the rear. It's a lot of vinyl on a rear fender for a drift car. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of explain to you guys what's going on here so you can see how it is before it actually gets applied to the car. I want to try and keep this extra, but it's kind of hard to think about what I'm going to match it to because it does have the laminate on there. Doesn't change it too much, but this blue chrome you don't really want to waste very much. So this is one fender, and then you see the next fender start here. All right, here we go. Okay, I applied the driver fender. Looks pretty cool. What do you guys think? All the blue chrome. Now we can like really visualize. I was a little bummed because I think I should have set up my file with more blue chrome exposed up to the C-pillar, but I guess that's kind of the beauty of it being so shiny and like reflective. It's pretty forgiving in that sense. But I think I'm gonna stop covering, I guess, the car coming together right now. We will unveil it next. Thanks for watching the progress of it this year, you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I usually share the install of Dan's livery coming together each year because you guys have seemed to be interested in it. I've learned little things along the way. I've gotten better over time. It's been a couple years now, but I probably should have said this in the beginning for people that are new to the channel. By no means, I'm not a professional rapper or anything like that, but if you guys have questions, I'd be happy to answer. If you have some advice, some tips, let me know. I love hearing all of that and kind of making it better each year. So thanks for watching, you guys. I hope you enjoy the edit of the car in all its beauty. I'm looking forward to seeing it on track this year. All right, see you guys.